There are places on Earth that feel like they belong to another realm, shaped not by time or weather, but by dreams. Places so surreal, so breathtakingly strange, that they leave you wondering if nature itself has a touch of magic. In this journey, we'll uncover the most surreal landscapes across the globe. From glowing underground galaxies to deserts that mirror the sky. These aren't CGI renderings or digital illusions. They are real. And in 2025, they are more accessible than ever. Whether you're chasing the silence of salt flats or the shimmer of alien trees, these are the places that remind us, the Earth is still full of mystery. Destination 1. Sala de Uyuni, Bolivia. At first glance, it looks like the sky has fallen to the earth. Clouds reflect beneath your feet, the horizon disappears, and suddenly, you're walking through infinity. This is Sala de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat and perhaps the most surreal mirror on the planet. Located in southwestern Bolivia at an elevation of over 3,600 meters, Sala de Uyuni spans more than 10,000 square kilometers. It was once part of a massive prehistoric lake, and when the waters evaporated, they left behind a thick crust of blindingly white salt, a desert of light and silence. What makes it visually unique isn't just the salt. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water collects across the flat, transforming the entire surface into a perfect mirror. The sky reflects so flawlessly that you feel suspended between two worlds, like walking on clouds. It's an illusion so powerful, it's used to calibrate satellite altimeters. Top experiences include a visit to Isla Incahuasi, a rocky island bristling with towering cacti in the middle of the flats. The sunset here is unforgettable, with reflections of pinks and oranges rippling across the ground. You can also stay in a salt hotel, where the walls, floors, and even the furniture are made of compressed salt blocks. In 2025, conditions are predicted to be especially favorable between March and early May, with consistent rainfall creating optimal mirror effects. New eco-accommodations and solar-powered lodges offer a sustainable way to experience this fragile environment, and drone capture permits are now easier to obtain for photographers and filmmakers. Sala de Uyuni isn't just a place you visit. It's a place that dissolves the boundaries between earth and sky, and makes you feel, if only for a moment, like you're floating between dimensions. Destination 2. Zhangyedanxia Landform, China. There are mountains that rise with grandeur, and then there are mountains that seem painted by imagination itself. In the remote Gansu province of northwest China lies a landscape so vividly colored, it feels like an artist spilled a palette across the earth. This is the Zhangyedanxia Landform, a geological masterpiece sculpted by nature over millions of years. Here, sandstone and mineral deposits have been pressed together, warped by tectonic shifts, and weathered into a series of undulating ridges. The result? A rainbow of layered reds, yellows, oranges, and whites, cascading over hills like brushstrokes on a massive canvas. Unlike other mountain ranges, Zhangyedanxia doesn't awe with sheer height or size. It captivates with color, bold, surreal, and unfiltered. The most spectacular sections are found in the Zhangyedanxia National Geological Park, where boardwalks and viewing platforms offer panoramic vistas that change hue with the rising and setting sun. Visitors can explore several zones, each revealing different facets of the landscape. The 7-color screen is among the most photographed, especially during golden hour when the sunlight sets the hills ablaze. For those seeking solitude, the quieter Bayin Township area offers equally surreal views with fewer crowds. In 2025, infrastructure improvements make this once remote region more accessible, with a new high-speed rail line from Landshau and eco-shuttles within the park. September is the ideal time to visit, after the summer heat before the autumn chill, and when the colors are at their most vibrant under crisp, clear skies. Zhangyedanxia isn't just a natural wonder, it's living proof that the earth can paint with the soul of a dreamer. Destination 3, Wadi Rum, Jordan. It's called the Valley of the Moon, and when you first set eyes on it, you'll understand why. Towering sandstone mountains erupt from crimson sands, casting long shadows that ripple like ancient myths. This is Wadi Rum, Jordan's desert jewel, where silence reigns and every grain of sand tells a story written by wind and time. Located in southern Jordan, near the border with Saudi Arabia, Wadi Rum is a vast protected desert wilderness. Its cinematic beauty has captivated explorers, Bedouins, filmmakers, and dreamers for centuries. The area's iconic sandstone formations, carved by millennia of erosion, rise like forgotten temples across a Martian landscape. So otherworldly, it served as the backdrop for films like Dune, The Martian, and Star Wars. What makes Wadi Rum truly surreal isn't just its geology. It's the interplay of scale and silence, of color and light. At sunrise, the desert glows gold. By midday, it blazes orange. And under the stars, it becomes a cathedral of night, with some of the clearest skies in the Middle East. Top experiences include a 4x4 safari through canyons and sand dunes, or a camel trek to the ancient petroglyphs etched into desert rocks. For something truly magical, stay overnight in a traditional Bedouin camp or a bubble-style desert lodge, where you can fall asleep beneath a sky glittering with constellations. In 2025, Jordan continues investing in sustainable tourism, and Wadi Rum benefits directly from these efforts. Solar-powered camps, community-led tours, and conservation projects allow you to explore the desert with minimal impact. For photographers, late spring and early autumn provide the best light and temperatures, while lunar eclipses and meteor showers are forecasted to be especially vivid from this vantage point. Wadi Rum is more than a landscape. It's a timeless dreamscape where Earth feels like another planet, and the soul finds room to breathe. Destination 4. Marble Caves, Chilean Patagonia. Hidden away in the glacial heart of Chilean Patagonia lies a cathedral not carved by human hands, but by water and time. Floating on the turquoise waters of General Carrera Lake, the marble caves shimmer like a dream, their smooth, swirling walls reflecting every shade of blue and green in the water below. Formed over 6,000 years by the constant erosion of water against calcium carbonate, these caves, also known as the Capillas de Marmol, are one of the most visually surreal natural wonders in South America. The vibrant colors you see aren't painted or artificial. They're a perfect illusion, a dance between light, water, and the mineral-rich stone. Set on the Chilean side of the lake near the remote village of Puerto Rio Tranquilo, the caves are only accessible by small boat or kayak. But the journey is part of the magic. As you glide across the clear, milky blue water and enter the maze of stone arches, every angle reveals a new marvel: rippling ceilings, cavernous domes, and natural sculptures that seem to glow from within. The main highlights include the marble cathedral and marble chapel, massive rock formations partially submerged in water, appearing to float like sacred sanctuaries. A kayak tour here allows for quiet exploration into narrow grottos where sunlight pierces through in shafts, igniting the marble into radiant color. In 2025, the Patagonian travel season is expected to be longer due to milder weather conditions extending into early May. Eco-tours with train guides are expanding, offering deeper insights into the geology and preservation efforts. For the best lighting, visit in the early morning or late afternoon, when the sun casts the caves in their most dazzling hues. The marble caves are more than a visual wonder. They're a testament to nature's artistry. A secret sanctuary that leaves you hushed in awe, as if you've stepped inside the Earth's own stained glass cathedral. Destination 5. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. In the middle of the vast Karakum Desert, a fiery crater burns day and night, its flames licking the sky, its glow visible for miles in every direction. This isn't the set of a sci-fi film. It's real, and it's been burning continuously for over 5 decades. Locals call it the Door to Hell, and once you see it, the name makes perfect sense. The Darvaza gas crater, its official name, was the result of a Soviet drilling accident in 1971. Geologists tapped into a pocket of natural gas, and the ground beneath their rig collapsed, forming a cavernous hole. To prevent the spread of methane, they set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few days. Over 50 years later, it's still ablaze, a haunting reminder of the power and unpredictability of the earth below us. Located in central Turkmenistan, about 260 kilometers north of the capital, Ashgabat, the crater is around 70 meters wide and 30 meters deep. What makes it visually surreal is the sheer scale and intensity of the fire. Thousands of flickering orange flames illuminating the desert night, casting long, dancing shadows across the dunes. Experiencing the door to hell up close is unforgettable. Camping near the edge lets you watch the flames shift in the wind under an endless night sky. Many travelers arrive at dusk, when the desert cools and the fire glows brightest. Local guides offer off-road expeditions to the site, including stargazing tours and traditional Turkmen meals cooked over open fires. In 2025, access is improving with updated infrastructure and relaxed visa requirements for independent travelers. However, the government has also expressed renewed interest in closing the crater due to environmental concerns, making this year potentially one of the last to witness its eerie spectacle. The door to hell is a place of paradox, created by human hands but owned by nature. A flaming scar in the earth that burns not with rage, but with a quiet, mesmerizing intensity. It's a surreal beacon in the silence of the desert, calling out to those drawn to the edge of the unknown. Destination 6. Pamukkale, Turkey. Imagine a hillside cascading with frozen waterfalls, but they're not made of ice. They're warm, mineral-rich terraces, white as snow, filled with still, sapphire-blue waters. This is Pamukkale, Cotton Castle in Turkish. A surreal landscape where time seems to melt into calmness, and the earth feels like a natural spa shaped by dreams. Located in southwestern Turkey, near the ancient city of Hierapolis, Pamukkale is one of the world's most unique thermal spring formations. For thousands of years, calcium-laden waters from hot springs have flowed down the mountainside, depositing travertine, soft white limestone, and forming a staircase of brilliant, gleaming terraces. Visually, it's unlike anywhere else on Earth. The blinding white of the stone contrasts vividly with the sky, and the pools, calm, shallow, impossibly blue, reflect the changing light of dawn and dusk in a way that feels almost otherworldly. It's a place where history, geology, and healing come together. Visitors can walk barefoot across the terraces, wading gently through the warm water while surrounded by a vista that looks like it belongs in a fantasy film. Above the terraces lie the ruins of Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman city with a remarkably well-preserved amphitheater, sacred temples, and a pool where you can swim among submerged marble columns once toppled by earthquakes. In 2025, Pamukkale is undergoing new conservation efforts to protect the delicate travertine while enhancing visitor access. New timed entry passes and sustainable walkways ensure the natural wonder is preserved while keeping the experience intimate. Spring and autumn are ideal for visiting, offering mild temperatures and fewer crowds, especially around sunrise, when the light is soft and the pools begin to glow. Pamukkale doesn't just stun the eyes, it soothes the soul. A surreal sanctuary of warmth and wonder, born from the depths of the earth and layered with the echoes of ancient civilizations. Destination 7. The Wave, Arizona, USA. Beneath the burning sun of the American Southwest lies a sandstone marvel so fluid in form, it looks like wind turned to stone. Hidden deep within the Coyote Butte's north area of the Paria Canyon Vermilion Cliffs Wilderness, the Wave is a geological ballet frozen in time, a swirling, rippling sculpture painted in shades of red, gold, and ochre. Located near the Arizona-Utah border, the Wave is not just a destination, it's a pilgrimage for those who seek Earth's most elusive and surreal landscapes. Formed over 190 million years ago, these sandstone ridges were once ancient dunes, slowly compressed and carved into sweeping curves by wind and water. The result is an undulating corridor that seems to move as you move, a place where every step reveals a new angle, a new texture, a new story written in stone. This remote landscape is visually striking not only for its curves and colors, but also for its isolation. Only 64 people are allowed to enter the area each day through a tightly controlled permit system, preserving the silence and serenity that defines the experience. The hike to reach it, about 6 miles round trip through rugged, unmarked desert, is part of the adventure with breathtaking views all along the way. Once there, highlights include the main wave formation, the adjacent second wave with its horizontal layers, and the surrounding buttes that glow under the midday sun. Photographers are especially drawn to this site during late afternoon or early morning, when low-angle light accentuates every line and ripple in the stone. In 2025, the Bureau of Land Management continues to refine its digital lottery system, now offering interactive previews and guided safety planning to help visitors better prepare. Spring and fall remain the best seasons to attempt the hike, with cooler temperatures, blooming desert flora, and fewer chances of flash flooding. The wave is not easy to reach, nor easy to forget. It's a surreal landscape carved by patience and polished by time, a sacred canvas of stone that whispers of the earth's quiet artistry. Destination 8. Lake Natron, Tanzania. It glows red beneath the African sun, a crimson mirror so still, so vivid, it feels like a portal to another world. But Lake Natron is no ordinary lake. It's one of the most surreal and otherworldly places on the planet, a place where nature breaks the rules, and beauty walks hand in hand with danger. Tucked into northern Tanzania near the Kenyan border, Lake Natron lies in the shadow of Oeldonyo Lengai, an active volcano sacred to the Maasai people. The lake's eerie color comes from the high concentration of salt and minerals, which foster the growth of red-tinted algae. In the dry season, parts of the lake crust over in surreal patterns, like cracked glass brushed with fire. What makes this landscape truly otherworldly is not just its color, but its chemistry. The water's extreme alkalinity can reach a pH of over 10.5, making it inhospitable to most life. Yet it's a vital breeding ground for one of the planet's most graceful creatures, the lesser flamingo. Every year, hundreds of thousands of them descend upon the lake, painting it pink with life as they nest and dance across its surface. Key experiences include witnessing the dramatic flamingo gatherings in the early mornings, trekking to nearby waterfalls in the Ngare Gorge, or climbing Oeldonyo Lengai itself, a challenging hike that rewards with sunrise views of the Great Rift Valley and this alien world below. In 2025, Lake Natron is benefiting from community-led ecotourism programs. Local guides now offer culturally immersive tours that include visits to Maasai villages, giving travelers a chance to connect deeper with the region's heritage. Climate shifts have made the dry season slightly longer this year, extending the best window to see the flamingos from June through early October. Lake Natron is the paradox of nature, lifeless yet teeming with life, forbidding yet breathtaking. It's not a place you simply visit, it's a place you feel, deep in your bones long after you've left. Destination 9. Socotra Island, Yemen. Rising from the Arabian Sea like a fragment of a forgotten world, Socotra Island defies description. With its alien-like flora, ancient mountains, and wind-swept coastlines, this remote island is often called the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, not just for its biodiversity, but for how profoundly disconnected it feels from the rest of the Earth. Part of Yemen, yet geographically isolated, Socotra is home to over 700 endemic species, plants and animals found nowhere else on the planet. The most iconic is the dragon's blood tree, a strange umbrella-shaped giant that bleeds a deep red resin when cut. These trees stand like natural sculptures across the island's limestone plateaus, silhouetted against the sky like props from a science fiction film. But the surrealism doesn't end there. White sand dunes meet black volcanic rock. Hidden wadis shimmer with emerald pools, and cliffs tumble into aquamarine waters teeming with vibrant coral reefs. This is a landscape where nature still writes the rules, raw, untamed, and ancient. Travelers can explore the Hom Hill Plateau, where incense trees and dragon's blood forests cover the hills, or hike through the Dixam Canyon, a dramatic gorge flanked by sheer walls and surreal flora. The beaches of Kalansia are breathtaking, especially the detour to Shobe Beach, a pristine stretch only accessible by boat, where dolphins sometimes guide you through the water. In 2025, Socotra is slowly opening to the world again, with new small-scale eco-lodges and guided tours led by local conservationists who prioritize sustainability and cultural respect. For those seeking solitude, authenticity, and nature untouched by mass tourism, now is the time to visit. Flights are limited and often routed through mainland Yemen or the UAE, so early planning is essential. Socotra is not a place you visit casually. It's a journey to Earth's most mysterious corners. a surreal sanctuary, where evolution ran wild and created a masterpiece that still whispers secrets in the wind. From the rainbow mountains of Zhangye to the glowing blue waters of Socotra Island, these surreal landscapes remind us just how extraordinary our planet really is. Nature has a way of surprising us, blending beauty with mystery in places we might never expect. Whether they were shaped by millions of years of natural forces or by an unexpected twist of fate, these landscapes offer us a glimpse into worlds that feel more like science fiction than reality. As travelers and explorers, it's our privilege to witness and protect these unique wonders of the Earth. Which one of these surreal spots would you most like to visit? Or have you already seen one of them in person? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey to the world's most mind-blowing landscapes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more breathtaking adventures. Until next time, keep exploring the beauty of our amazing world.